Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Nike and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. To the air on first down. Looking to buy time. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man.
There he goes! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man on the right. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space. It's Beckham. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off play action. Fires to the big fella. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and we'll change into the field now. We've reached the break in South Carolina, holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Calls it in and looking upfield. He's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll try the run. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play. He's going to take off. At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make...
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense...
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The inside handoff. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Beckham. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try the middle. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
Oh, what a cut! The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Let's go! Going right to work up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Quickly out to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lobs it off the back foot. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive game, making your situation really good on the next down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. He now has 106 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Leaves it with the back. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And the Gamecocks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put wider, and he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Plucks it out of the air.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Complete out of the backfield. The Gamecocks get enough for the 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That's caught. It's Cheaton. He'll step out of bounds just short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49 after a good pickup on that play. And the Gamecocks are on the move. The give to the back. Finding open areas. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs fill.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Now he's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Sends it back in motion. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecock. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Still on his feet at the 40. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. And the Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it.
Here we go.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football. Force
unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Working that left side now. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. One more play to pad the stats. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they'll pick up just a few on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the ball game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC rival, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Using his legs, it's Beckham. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. That's caught. It's cheap. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And they gambled in their own end, turning. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Beckham. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And there was nowhere to... just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Gamecocks are on the move. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. A strike downfield. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, South Carolina. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who can score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the 1st game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's Burgess. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, This offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Looking for a gap. It's Beckham. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Trying to pick up a first down. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. Let's go. The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Gamecocks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. The Gamecocks come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Here we go. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Power football with the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Gamecocks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Hard running there. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Gamecocks need to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking for room, it's Burgess. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Got his man down the middle. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Now up by 7 points here in the second. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking down the middle. That pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the 1st down and more. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Gamecocks back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Takes a hit as he fires. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the 1st play of the drive. Looking for a crease. It's Beckham. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Going to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Makes the grab. It's Daniels. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the foot. They'll run it from the gun. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. trying to pick it up on the ground. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration. So my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Burgess. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, no, the ball popped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Racing down the left side. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. That's reeled in. It's Burgess. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd down try for the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here comes the heat. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. Looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. And there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
a lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer.
Okay, ready? Here we go.
The give from the gun. turning it on. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
And the Gamecocks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They're going to go right back to him on first down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Gamecocks line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And it'll be down right there. So first down here as they go back to work. Handoff from the gun. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. A deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. It's complete on the right side. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Crosses the 45. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. Gets the back moving. Looking for room at the 30. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Quick release on the RPO. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Gamecocks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. To the ground with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed to play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the run, it's Beckham. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy...
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. End off from the shotgun. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll give it to the back. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
He's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. Man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. The ball's free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Oh, man, how about that? You get your first carry, you're so excited.
Leaves it with the running back. Got room to work. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. 1st down from the 45. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David, has shown up today.
Man, it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Quick release by the QB.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Spins away from the defender. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
This is so interesting right now, watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. When you needed it the most in the fourth quarter, this game is super close, it's tight. Not only do you make a play and get a stop, you put points on the board and you get the football back with a chance to salt this football game away. That's how defenses step up late in games.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
The return is brought down 3.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last one. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job of finishing.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Got a man, it's Beckham. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Gets drilled as trickles to the ground. This is the biggest drive of the game, but the offense has to stay cool. No reason to panic. Then again, panicking is never a good idea, is it? A little release to the back. Made a defender miss. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Tight end finds a soft spot. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's got it! Touchdown, North Carolina! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away saying, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. It out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
And he makes the grab for the deuce. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Lost to throw again. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beckham. He stopped right there, short of the first down, in this defense trying to preserve the lead. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. Off play action on first down. Pocket breaking down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. Touchdown, UNC! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Washington State is getting dominated today, and friends, the folks in Pullman deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Beckham. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Game on the line. Offense has the ball. Down one score. Time winding down. What is better than this? And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
He's going up top here late in the game. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And that is the exact opposite what this defense wants. When you have the lead, you can't give up an explosive play or back-to-back explosive plays. Play the coverage where you've got multiple eyes on the quarterback. Dropping back, not giving up the big play.
It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Back to pass on second down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You get the touchdown, but there's not a lot of time left. So you need to get the onside kick. You may have time for one more play, one shot to throw it in the end zone and somehow see if you can steal this game.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The hands team out there to avert disaster, and so they do. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Well, after back-to-back losses, this team is really teetering on the edge of disaster.
they got to try to hold on to the positives, as hard as that is to do right now, having lost a couple back-to-back, because this team has good players, and they've got good schemes on both sides of the ball. Just things have not gone their way. They just need to make a few more plays to turn this thing.
Yeah, and then they can do it, and they will do it. Listen, you got to get the players right. You got to get those guys in there believing. This is part of what happens. You got to take a few lumps sometimes, take those losses. But this team's going to figure it out. You can tell they got the right stuff.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.